Welcome to Soulful Conversation, the podcast that highlights stories of individuals sharing various life experiences and challenges. We showcase strength and resilience found in everyday experiences. So get ready to be inspired, informed, and entertained as we dive into topics with wit, wisdom, and a whole lot of soul. This is your space to laugh, learn, and connect with two fabulous women making a difference. So grab your favorite drink, get cozy, and let's dive in together to this soulful conversation with Shar and Miko.
Problem here. I'm only asking for accountability and asking, how did this happen? How did all this turn? I'm the villain. I'm the what is it? Aggressor. No, I'm not the aggressor. All I'm doing is asking questions. So I never heard from them people again.
Wow. This is a topic that is very emotional, and I can't, I can only empathize with your pain. I don't, I'm so sorry that this happened to you.
Thank you.
I wish that things would have turned out differently. Um, and please
Absolutely.
tell me what I could do to support you because I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea in what capacity you need me. But on just moving forward, what are your hopes in terms of preventing this type of thing from happening again, or the support that you need for We Got Us Moms? What do you need from the community? If
Or
it was
what would you
nice,
like to see?
what
Yeah,
would you
what
like
would
to see happen?
ideally, yes, moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will. To be honest, I think I know that they need to refund We Got Us Moms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Because I don't want to keep 211 in and all that when my mom's is in a crisis. Our club is different, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we're in a club that we don't get to get out of. We're in it for life, right?
Right.
And one thing
Yeah.
about this club, I need people to know, you can be a part of it at any given moment. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not
Amen.
keep
Yeah.
You're
overlooking,
right.
right? This is,
Yeah.
and the thing what people understand is I don't want new mothers because if new
Mhm.
mothers, that means new kids is dead. So
Yeah.
we're not asking for that, but we do need a space, right? We need a
Mm-hmm.
space where we can have our sanctuary where we feel safe. We don't want to keep going to everybody else's uh what's they call they little um places where they reside at, because at the end of the day it's we still dealing with a conflict. We're still dealing with CD South End. These families, these is unanswered questions, and I'm not going to put them somewhere that's dangerous, right? It
Mm-hmm.
don't matter what we have been through. Even some of these families, I didn't get along with them when I was a kid, but guess what? We're sisters now. We're sisters and brothers now, right? And so my thing is, I wanted to have a space where mothers and fathers, right, get to be
Right.
restored, because it's about family. Everybody keep trying to the youth. No, you need to get the whole house healthy. The
Right.
mama got to be healthy. The grandma even got to be damn healthy.
You're
Mm-hmm.
The
so right.
guardians, they have to be healthy. In order for it healthy, that's the only way it's gonna work. Family got to stop feuding against each other, right? I mean, shit just got to happen. So what I said is, what I want from my moms is, I want us to have a space where we'll have us our own drop center. We don't kids don't go. We don't have to put kids out. We're not a shelter, but I want to have a space where, just like some of them kids that was up at that child, probably didn't have nowhere to go, right?
That's
We want to
true.
make sure that they have somewhere to go, and eligibility would
Mm-hmm.
not stop them from being able to have a warm, safe space to go to.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
A lot of these kids ain't being honest about women. We're a little bit, it takes us a little longer, but we will say if somebody hurt us. Men are not about to talk about somebody done raped them.
Mm-hmm.
Men are not about to be talking about somebody done violated their manhood. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They only know how to act on it, right? They only know how to react on it, right? And so,
Mm-hmm.
how do we restore all these generational curses that happen to us?
Wow.
How do we restore? And that's what I want. We got us moms to be able to do. We write petitions. I don't want to just see a whole bunch of, and this isn't a black and white thing, but I'm talking about our culture. I'm tired of seeing a whole bunch of white soccer moms. Like I said, they ain't never been personally impacted, but they walking up to the Capitol They with the president, they with everybody getting all this oh, we demand action, but then when we ask them for it, is all they can do is well, we want to stop rifles, you know, because I helped change that law 5078 and 5232. I helped get that bill passed, right?
Now,
And so,
just break it down right quick. What is the basis of that?
so it was the assault rifles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got that bill passed where they're gonna be prohibited. They're not gonna be able to have that. But
Mm-hmm.
what people need to understand is people with license is not the killers. And so I don't want to be attacking people that is gun owners. That's what I had to say inside of there. So that's probably why they kind of got mad at me. I go off the script. I talk about honest shit. I'm not going after gun the people that make the makes the product, but I want them to be held accountable. Where educate, make sure that everybody has education and knows what they're doing before they get these guns, right? But them ain't the ones that's killing us. It's the ghost guns. It's the guns that got stolen. You know what I'm saying? But then these people don't know where to start from. But when together, right, and not saying one organization can do it together, right? And it has, when it comes to gun violence, it needs to be a nationwide, right? There's no area code that's prohibiting us to stop. There's no data. All that has to be out in the open and on the motherfucking table about what it is that we could do as a city, as a state as a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a nation, yes.
As a
Yes.
nation, right? We go from city to city, state to state, doing it. But one thing I'm gonna tell you this, because I'm a little bit nervous too, because I'm just talking. You know how you get fast nervous.
It's okay.
Every city that I've done, like just listening to them do the work, everybody's infected. The whole leadership is infected, and it starts there. It's the leaders.
I grew up in Louisiana, the murder capital of the country. So
that's where
New Orleans and Baton Rouge, the same thing, we're facing. So to bring our communities together, to stop this, to stop mothers from having to go through this pain, to stop our young boys and girls from getting murdered by each other. I mean, we have to get some kind of resolution going.
We need stuff.
So we do.
I'm from Louisiana, right?
Oh, okay. Well, say whoa.
And I'm from there. My husband's from there. Right? So he's from Monroe.
Okay,
he's
from Monroe. So right between Baton Rouge and New Orleans.
Right, and I'm over there in the parish, right? I'm a little parish right after Lafayette, right? I'm in that little town.
Tangipahoa Parish. Tangipahoa Parish.
So yeah. We over there knew it. So the thing is this. When I went down there, just down there was nothing. Right?
That's what I'm saying. So
there was no
little nothing.
But liquor stores. You can go find a liquor store.
That's the problem.
Right? There was no community centers. There was I didn't even see like a lot of YWCAs. I didn't see nothing. So what I wanted to do was rebuild, right? Not just in Seattle. Them was my cousins. Let's build. We paving a way for all of us to be able to, right? If down there's a little hard, come on up here, get you a good job and get it. Now if up here's too dangerous, going back home where don't nobody know. How do we balance? You know what I'm saying?
Bridge the gap.
Right. Bridge the gap. But down there's nothing. When I'm seeing people making $7 and something, we ain't playing with that. That is not no money. That's not no survival.
That blew my mind the last time I was in Louisiana.
And these people are really surviving off of it, right? And
really surviving, really went to college and got degrees to make that. So what they're making something out of nothing. So we really don't have an excuse why we can't come together, because if they're doing it on 7 and we're bitching about making less than $14, $15, $20 an hour,
40.
We're doing them a disservice by, making them feel less than. So bridging this gap is definitely not a monetary thing. Your heart has to be in it. You have to want to see change. Yeah. So from city to city, me living on the West Coast and Vegas now too, again, not many resources for the kids out here either. And then when I go home to Louisiana, like you said, nothing there. So you have nothing but bad energy, bad karma, families been feuding, all this inner turmoil within our community. So like you said before, the mental has to stop with the grandma, with the mom, with the aunties, with the uncles. We all need to get some kind of counseling, a come to Jesus moment and build back, and get back to loving one another. Talk about the beefs we have and all the other issues going on and really get to the bottom of it so we can get some solutions going. I'm all about solution based. Once you hear the issue, yes. Now, what can we do to fix it? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So that's why I'm appreciating your transparency tonight so much, because you pointed out so many things where we can work on and start. You gave us a lot of good key points. City officials don't want to see it happen. National officials don't want to see it happen. We got to make it happen.
Yeah.
So just, giving this squeaky wheel the oil that it needs to get going and get turning, that's where I'm at with it. And I appreciate you so much for joining us tonight on Soulful Conversation, sweetheart. It was just beautiful. So we're going to get this work done, boo. And for the boots, for Wody and them, for us, all of us.
How do we get in there, right? How do we get in office and not being funny? And this isn't on a political.
No.
We have been, what's that called? Hypnotized, right? And I love my Black people, but we are now a part of a war that we don't even know nothing about. We're not politicians. We're at the very, very bottom of this totem pole, but Obama said that if anybody blow for Trump, that they crazy. We shouldn't. If they want to vote for Trump, let them. Don't tell us to vote for Harris and she hasn't done nothing for us either. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, why are we in the middle of their chaos? This is their BS. This ain't ours. You know what I'm saying?
It has nothing to do with us.
And now we the puppets, and we going against each other, right? I had a person to tell me, I told her, well, both parties need help, and then both parties have some strength behind them. But I'm number one, I don't want another 4 years of what we've been going through. I just can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be funny about Harris or none of that. Harris, you was supposed to, you saying that you're gonna do something for us now, when Biden, you got to clean up Biden shit. Here we go again, cleaning up somebody else's mess. So like I said, and the only thing people don't like about it is, but if they would have listened to Trump, my son would be here. And so I may not like everything that he does or nothing like that, but I have to stand on supporting. He said, shut it down. And they did not.
Shut down, and they did not.
He said, shut the shop down. And instead of them just shutting it down, it's a summer of love. Well, it wasn't. It was someone's life was taken from there. My family has been turned upside down, and they went on with their perfect life. They all on vacation. They going to Japan. They going to all these places. And guess what I got to do? I got to sit up in this room with memories and find a way to not feel dark, or find a way for me not to say blood for blood, because I was once them kids too. I'm no different. I'm just making different choices and decisions now. But old me, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't matter who it was. They was going to feel what I went through. But then I said, Donita, you can never kill an enemy. It just continues. It don't stop. If I do something to them, they're going to come back, do something to me. I do something to them.
And that's where the generational curses come from, because he begot, you got to get her. She got to get your daughter. Now I got to get my son. And it just keeps going, the spiral. So what I think, we should just come up with an agenda within us, within our community. We start with the moms. We start with your foundation and foundations like that, to where we don't need these outside sources that's going to lie to us or just come around when it's photo op time or time to be reelected and things like that, when we could really get some things handled on our side. Come up with a real plan and real process of how we want it to look, what we want, who we want in it, who we want, the people with the passion and the compassion and empathy, the whole breakdown,
the cabinet,
to join forces.
Absolutely.
Because where there's like minds and where there's like minds
Thank you for listening to Soulful Conversation. We hope you enjoyed tonight's Soulful Conversation. Be sure to stay connected with us during the week through our weekly podcast on Spotify, our YouTube channel, Patreon, and social media. And don't forget to send in those soulful requests to be heard on the podcast at info@soulful-conversation.com. Again, thanks for listening to Soulful Conversation. I'm your host, Shar the Star, and my fabulous co-host, Nico the Moonlight.